12 o'clock.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. It is exactly noon, as a matter of fact, but the seconds, the time, the minutes are passing by. It is afternoon now. Welcome to Northeast Delta Human Services Authority Transformation Thursday. I'm Duran Talley, Public Information Director, and you've tuned in for another session. Go ahead, get situated, grab your lunch, hang tight with us. Go ahead, comment, let us know if you're here. Like, definitely love the feedback. Like is essentially the virtual clap. So if you're enjoying anything that you hear today, go ahead and by just pressing the like or the heart button. Sometimes you may want to laugh, give us the laugh. Sometimes you may even want to share the tear, but please feel free to engage with us. Share your emotion. Let us know what you're thinking, how you're feeling today on this Thursday, October 7th. This is our third installment of Transformation Thursday. We had some delay there early in September, forgive me. Where we started with Goodwill, our good friends, and they kicked us off week one, and then we went right into Hurricane Ida. And so we were not able to get in for several weeks due to providing resources and information to those evacuees who came to North Louisiana from South. And so that took up our time for some of those Thursdays, and even some of our resource partners obviously were there and impacted by what was taking place as a result of Hurricane Ida. But then last week we came right back at it. Wanted to pick up where we left off. We brought in Easter Seals, Louisiana, talked about our transitional housing work. And so we're looking at the homeless. We're looking at how our living conditions, how our housing statuses of so many of the individuals in our region aren't substantial. And so we partner with individuals or organizations like Easter Seal, Louisiana, and they shared with us on last week. And so this week we came right back with Goodwill, because what we're doing with Goodwill, we have a program that we were able to create and able to entrust Goodwill to carry out for us on our behalf. And so you'll learn more specifically about that today, just about one of the programs that they're executing for us. But again, welcome. We thank you for your lunchtime this afternoon. Again, I'm Duran Talley, Public Information Director here at Northeast Delta Human Services Authority. Our vision here is to truly build a unified Northeast Louisiana where individuals are thriving and reaching their full human potential. Our mission, to serve as a catalyst for individuals with mental health, developmental disabilities, and addictive disorders to help realize their full human potential by offering quality, excellent care with greater accessibility. Three tenets, that's right. Three tenets guide our actions: greater access to services, excellent customer service, and quality, competent care. Our executive director is Dr. Montez A. Sizer. At any point in time, if you know someone or you think of someone who may need our help based off of the vision, the mission, the tenets that we've already outlined, feel free to give them our 24/7 crisis hotline, 800-256-2522. Again, our 24/7 crisis hotline, 800-256-2522. A little bit about what's going on here today. Transformation Thursday, and we brought in our good friends at Goodwill. Northeast Delta Human Services Authority has a program that we created, Second Opportunity Workforce Solution. And that program provides supportive employment services to citizens who are clients of Northeast Delta HSA and its integrative behavioral and primary healthcare network. And so we're going to talk more about that. We're going to hear it directly from those individuals who are carrying out this program, this initiative that Northeast Delta was able to create and start and then pass on for them to implement into our community. So we're going to, at this time, go ahead and invite from Goodwill, Jamie Donaldson and Jessica Trico. Good afternoon, ladies. How y'all doing?
Good afternoon, Duran. How are you?
Absolutely awesome. Excited about this Transformation Thursday. Thank you for coming back again and engaging with us, engaging with the audiences who need to know better how we work together, but also how the work that we're able to do together is transforming our region. This time I want to ask
thank you for having us.
No, certainly. Jamie, first, just tell us a little bit about yourself, and then Jessica, if you'll introduce yourself as well.
Well, my name is Jamie Donaldson, and I am a program manager for a few different programs here at Goodwill Industries. I am from this area, grew up here, left for a little while, came back, attended college here, got a few master's degrees, and after working for a private practice for a number of years, left town again, came back, and started working for Goodwill. So that's kind of it in a nutshell.
Awesome, awesome. And Jessica?
Yeah, I'm an employment specialist with the SOWS program here. I've been working for Goodwill for about a year. Actually, originally from Kansas City, been in Monroe now for about 9 years or so. But I've been, like I said, working in the SOWS department since this last January.
Awesome. Well, Jamie, Jessica, thank you for joining us. Goodwill, thank you for a second installment coming back with us. And we're going to keep bringing you guys, our ladies, back throughout this series and installments of Transformation Thursday. Jamie, first, just tell us about your role with Goodwill, a little bit more about that, and specifically your role as it pertains to the SOWS program.
Okay, so what I do is I just manage programs. And well, it's not just, but I manage programs. And so we have a few different employment programs here at this office. And at this time, I am managing the programs that are in sponsor or partnership with the Human Service Authority. And how specifically that relates to the SOWS program, which that SOWS stands for the Second Opportunity Workforce Solutions. And this program was, uh, uh, I don't know, it was, I guess, the whole purpose behind it was to encourage and assist individuals who had difficulties in the past, who have mental health disorders or addiction, substance abuse or use disorders, or even those leaving the correctional facility. It was to assist them in getting back into the workforce, either through just straight employment or through assisting them with some type of educational opportunity that would allow them to pursue positions that have a little bit more qualifications.
Awesome, awesome. No, we definitely much needed, and we understand that role that you play, especially as a manager and overseeing a program such as this show specifically on behalf of Northeast Delta. Jessica, your role, 'cause you talked about you more of in that specialty, and so when I hear Jamie talking about management, and then I hear you talk about your role as a special employment specialist, that means you're a little bit closer to the trenches. You're a little bit closer to the clients. Tell us a little bit about your role in the work that you do.
Mine is cutting out. Could you repeat the question?
Uh-oh, I'm sorry. Yes, ma'am. Just talking about your role as you're a little bit closer to the clients than Jamie is. Jamie at the management level, but you at that specialty level in the trenches. Tell us a little bit about what that looks like in the role that you play there at that level.
Um, Working directly with the client. So I know Jamie just explained kind of what we do. Now, as far as working in the trenches with the clients that we have, I mean, I enjoy the role a lot. So we do a lot of employment, job developing, job coaching as well. We work with those that are coming out of the rehabs and the homeless shelters too. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We can
Okay,
see
just
your
making sure.
signal is a little delayed. Yes, ma'am. We can see you're a little delayed, but it's
I
okay.
know.
We can hear you.
Okay, I was just making sure because it keeps cutting in and out for me. I'm sorry. Technical issues. We just moved to a new building, so everything's getting set up.
No problem.
Um,
Good segue. Let's plug the new building. Tell
no,
us a little bit about where you
I'm
guys
sorry.
are now.
We are on 801 North 31st Street, and it is not far from Laming Lane. we moved into more office setting. In the past we were in the Eastgate Shopping Center, so there was not. It was definitely a different environment, not like offices. So we moved over here in the effort to be just surrounded more by offices, and to set up and prepare our clients to expect that professional aspect.
Oh no, sounds like a great location. Brings them closer to the business world and in that type of environment. And so, based off of what you guys are doing and training them and coaching them through, it gives them an opportunity to look around and see it happening in real time. That's awesome.
Right.
Let's back out a little bit while we figure out the technical difficulties with Jessica, Jamie, and just talk about the purpose and why participating and partnering with the Northeast Delta is important to Goodwill and then the work of the SOWS program as well.
So, our mission, Goodwill's mission, is to improve people's lives through the power of work. And the premise behind that is Goodwill, at least our Goodwill, Goodwill's as a whole, but ours considers work to provide a purpose for people. And in that, when a person has a purpose and when they are relying upon themselves, even learning to rely on themselves, it just overall holistically improves their lives. And so how that marries us with the Human Service Authority very well is our programs are usually dedicated to individuals with barriers, and the Human Service Authority also interacts predominantly with individuals with barriers. So we get to take our talent and our experience in employment and offer it specifically to the Human Service Authorities clients who do have those barriers and have those specific needs. And because we have more experience with the employment side, and there's some experience within myself of the mental health and the addiction side, it really kind of it seems a little it seems to work really well that we can just mesh the two together and uh, assist our clients and your clients to be successful.
No, certainly, and that's one of the things we definitely look at when we establish a relationship, MOU, partner, contract, vendor. We look at who's already doing the work. How can we come in and help them take it to another level? Sometimes it means we've created our own program, such as SOWS, and looked around and said, "Hey, Goodwill, you guys already have a phenomenal capacity. Here's an initiative we'd like for you guys to execute on our behalf." And so when you talk about marrying resources, when you talk about bringing two agencies, organizations together, who, while the vision language may differ, it still works to seek the greater good of mankind, and that's where we marry so well with all of our vendors, not just Goodwill. We saw it last week with Easter Seals, Louisiana, and this is all part of Dr. Sizer's vision of this integrated care network where you can really, to use your language, touch those barriers, right? Those barriers. We work to address those negative social determinants of health in our world, is what we call it, Jamie. You guys, barriers, negative social determinants of of health, one and the same. When you look at housing, when you look at food insecurity, when you look at what side of the town they live on, education, and then of course, as we're talking today, employment. Employment is a huge deal, especially based off of what we're looking at through SOWS is those individuals who were incarcerated, non-violent offenders, but were incarcerated, and they're trying to get back out and try life again. They're trying to try work again, and so it's so important and so valuable to our community. Anything else you want to add toward that, Jamie? I know I kind of took it on a tangent.
No. Your tangent is welcome because it's pretty consistent with ours. So
No, certainly.
don't mind it at all.
Yeah. No, one of the other questions that you and I talked about, even in prior to today's session, we look at the employment, but you guys and Jessica mentioned when you talked about the coaching and the training and other things, it's not just about employment, but you guys also work in other areas as well through that coaching stage.
Well, we do have a different component, which includes education, and it allows us to look at a person and look at what they would like to be doing or what they have already done in the past, but may need a qualification, with some type of credential or something like that. So this program allows us, and I'm thankful for that, to be able to say, this particular client has worked in a warehouse for years, but if they had this credential, they would be much more successful and much more marketable. So the program allows us to get them enrolled in a program such as that, and just assist them with being more in their employment than they would have been. So that is one of the things that we, are very happy about with this program. But also in our case management piece of ensuring that our people are successful, if we have a person who is in need of clothing, or if we have a person who is in need of housing, or, they need to be referred. Of course, if one of our integrated partners refers and they're not being seen at the clinics, if they're in need of that, we definitely refer them to the clinics for that mental health component, that treatment. But, there are so many other resources in our area, and many of our clients are in need of those, from food stamps to anything, social security cards, or their IDs and things like that. Our whole goal is to get them to where they can go to work and be successful. And so a lot of times there's some tasks on the back end that are required in order to get them prepared, even to be able to go to work. And then once they do begin working, we follow them, check in with their employers, we check in with them, of course, but we make sure that there are no areas that we could walk in and assist with that may otherwise prevent them from being successful. So we kind of are able to step in and like be a liaison for them between management and HR. So, if management told us, they're having a problem, for instance, just getting to work on time, we can advocate for them and make sure that management understands that they're taking the bus, or assist them in figuring out better ways or better times, or to get to work, or looking at their schedule and saying, hey, this is not good for them, but this is a hard worker, so would you be willing to change their schedule? Just things like that really don't cost the employers anything, and they certainly don't cost us anything, but it just ensures that they're one step closer to being successful. And sometimes our clients just don't know that they can advocate for themselves, and especially if they go in and they're a good and solid employee and they're coming to work and doing everything they can, but they have some things that are out there that over which they have no control. We can assist them in talking to that management and to that the HR side, and saying, hey, what can we do? Because if it's just this, can we make a change or two to make sure that they are successful?
Awesome. A couple things stood out to me in that. Um, what I'm hearing is that a lot of this goes back to the beginning. The intended goal is to help reduce recidivism and improve treatment outcomes. You all are taking our clients and helping them communicate at levels that, like you said, either they didn't know that they could communicate with an employer, or some may think that they can speak out or ask that question, but just don't know how to do it tactfully or professionally. And so you all coaching and mediating through those steps are invaluable. And I can tell you right now, there are many times where I wish I could have somebody come in and mediate some of my feelings, right, toward our supervisors and towards whoever. I mean, we've all been there to where it's like, I want to be able to talk to my boss, my employer about this. I don't want to appear as, I don't like my job, don't love it here, don't like my coworkers. I just want to be able to express this. And so you all doing it at that level, obviously it's going to help uh, keep those clients employed, which in turn help them. If they're working, they're making an honest living, reduces their chances of going back to a prior lifestyle, uh, but also adds that level of sustainability and keeping their job. And so that's phenomenal.
Well, thank you.
Yes, indeed. And I guess we're gonna lose Jessica. We're gonna go
I
ahead.
think we lost her.
Can you share with us, and you don't have to mention name, I don't know policy, but share with me an individual that have come through our SOWS program that stands out to you. Tell me what that story is and why it touched you.
Right. So, and Jessica and I talked about this because we have a number of success stories that make us proud. But there is one particular one that it's probably the most touching for me because I started as case managing him a number of years ago, not long after this program started, and he was successful, went to work and was successful. So we closed him out, and then he came back through and he was like, okay, I want more. And so with that, Jessica, by that time, Jessica was here. And so she took over the case management side of him. And between all of us, we ended up assisting him in getting a home. And so he's going through a program that so he could leave home, because one of the things was that home was a trigger for him, and it wasn't healthy for him. Not necessarily a bad home, but it wasn't healthy for him, and it wasn't a place that he was going to be able to thrive. So we were able to connect him with some housing providers, and he is now living on his own. And he was assisted in getting another job that made it to where he can take another step, and he's making a little bit more money. And he is managing his medication with the assistance of the clinic much better now that he is living on his own. And he has just been overall a true success because he's still working. He's been, I think they're probably over a year. And so he's just, sometimes it takes more than one employment too to be successful. And that's another beautiful thing about our program is if a person goes through, and regardless of whether they're successful or they're not, if they want to come back through this program, they can do so, because we are here for success. And no matter how many times a person has to try, we all have to try multiple times at certain things. And so that's what we're here for, is just to help anybody. And so with him, it wasn't his first go round with us, but he is truly a success story because he is just doing phenomenally right now.
Wow. No, that's awesome. And we're so glad to hear that you all, after he graduated, per se, was still willing to, work with that client and encourage him and coach him through. Because at the end of the day, as our vision says, we're just trying to help all individuals thrive and reach their full human potential. And so, yes, we want to help reduce prison recidivism. Yes, we want to improve treatment outcomes. But as part of our integrated care model, if that means also coaching them through some housing, coaching them through some food insecurity, coaching them through transportation, these steps that you all have taken, definitely speak to that. And so we certainly appreciate that, Jamie. You guys do so many other things as well as part of the services that you're providing to our clients, your clients. We're all working together here. Talk about some of the other things you guys are able to do with our clients.
So one of the programs that we are very excited about that was just set up a few months ago is we have what's called the Hair Project. And that's in partnership with Louisiana Delta Community College, their barber school. And so what is happening is once a month, the students in the barber school are coming out to a facility that we determine, and they are cutting our clients' hair for free. Because as you know, first impressions are very important. But in addition to that, the lanyard of that is it does improve a person's outlook on themselves and their self-esteem
Mhm,
when
mhm,
they look
mhm,
like they are presentable, or when
mhm.
their hair has been cut. And so that is one of the things that we're truly excited about, because it's just us being able to partner with a students who need that experience and be able to provide that experience, but also our clients get that opportunity to benefit from that as well. And then also, later on this month, one of the things that we have started doing also is job fairs. And so later this month on the 16th, we will be doing a job fair for on behalf of Firehouse Subs. And we're going to be doing that at the Fall Bash, which will be taking place at the Henrietta Community Center from 9 to 2 on Saturday, the 16th. And of course, that's located on Burke Jones Lane, and it is open to anyone. So if anyone is, interested in going to work for a firehouse, they can come, and we'll be doing open interviews right there. And, hopefully people will become employed that day. They just need their ID and their social security card.
Awesome. Second opportunity workforce solutions. But as you can see, you get into the program, you have to come through our referral. You have to go through Northeast Delta Human Services Authority clinics and then be referred to, through the treatment program and get there. But once you get there in the SOWS program, there are other resources and other things that you all or your family members or friends will have access to. I know this. And I don't always shave up and cut up, but when I do, I certainly feel good. That definitely helps our mental health. It helps our confidence, our self-esteem. And again, to use you all's language, that's a barrier, right? If I don't feel my appearance is where it is, it creates other barriers for me to want to wake up in the morning and go and be a productive citizen. And so
Right.
certainly want to credit you all for taking that next step. And that's us at Northeast Delta. We don't mind being the catalyst. Dr. Sizer says all the time, we're here to create opportunities for all, partiality shown to none. And so whatever our opportunities are creating for others, whatever it is that we're able to catalyze and inspire in others, not just individuals, but organizations and agencies such as Goodwill, Easter Seals, and so forth, certainly we're glad to collaborate and partner in doing so and making sure that our individuals here in this region can reach and live their full human potential. Jamie, thank you for your time. Is there anything else you'd like to add as it pertains to SOWS or just about the partnership relationship that we have together?
No, just a shameless plug. We are grateful for our partnership with Northeast Delta, but we also have there are some uh, other organizations that throw in their help for our clients. There are churches. St. Joseph Missionary Baptist in West Monroe has helped us, and we appreciate our partners as well, because like the church, they donated bikes to our clients because transportation is a definite issue. Blue Bikes is going to partner with us to assist with some additional bikes in the future. So we're going to be working on that. Also, be on the lookout for our open house at our new facility. We're going to be doing that in the coming weeks or maybe months. So just watch our Facebook page as well. I'm sure that you will share it for us on our behalf as well. But big things we're trying to do over here as well.
Awesome. Well, thank you all. And as Dr. Sizer always says, we can't operate in silos. No one entity, agency can do it alone. And it's good to see government, nonprofit, for-profit, church come together to help our communities. So thank you all, Goodwill, Jamie, Jessica. Sorry we lost you through technology. And thank you all, listeners and viewers, for tuning in with us on this installment of Transformation Thursday. You all go and enjoy your lunch, and we'll talk to you next time. Y'all take care.